it's me Jocelyn. So today I'm going to be showing you how to make a 3D room on Funimate. So let's just get started. So the first thing I'm going to tell you that you're going to need for this is you're going to want to go on to Google or Safari or whatever you use and type in wooden floor or carpeting or wall texture or just wall colors. Honestly, you're going to need both of those. And if you want, this is optional. You can use a cutout PNG of a person, specifically the person you're editing or something like that in the room. So you can use removebackground.com, which is what I use to mask all of my photos. And yeah, anyways, that's just what you're gonna need. So let's just get started. First things first, you're gonna wanna have your Funimate open, go to the layers and add 3D scene. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to add my wooden floor right now. And I'm going to go to keyframe and I'm gonna position it so that you can only see like the edge of it. So kind of like this. Then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna bring it down and then I'm just going to zoom it in so it covers the whole floor, just like that. So that should be pretty simple. And now what you want to do is you just want to add on that wall texture that you had and do the exact same thing with that. Zoom it in. And you can always adjust the floor if you'd like it higher, bigger, like more the floor, less the wall. Okay, next thing you want to do is you're going to want to change the view to custom view, and then you can just turn it this way. As you can see, the wall is not positioned correctly with the floor at all, nor is the floor even positioned correctly. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to go into the wall, you're going to want to go into keyframe, and what you're going to do is you're going to want to go to position Z and back that walls up so it actually fits with the flooring. You can back it up exactly or just a little, honestly, to preference. I'm not going to judge you there. And then, yeah, now you can adjust the floor if you'd like to, just so it fits, just like this. I did not mean to do that. Let me just go ahead and fix this. Okay, so after you have all that done, my bad, my mistake, I accidentally got out of custom view. You're gonna wanna stay in custom view, whatever view you were in. And now what you're gonna wanna do is you're gonna wanna go to that wall and you're gonna wanna duplicate it. And then go on to keyframe, transform, and then go to rotation Y, so you can kind of flip the wall almost to about 90 degrees, and then you can just move it back with position Z. And I think I accidentally decreased the scale a little bit, so I'm just going to increase it a little bit more just so, you know. And the most important part of this is you're going to want to make sure the walls line up, honestly. There's not really any other important part than that, because if you don't line them up, they're going to end up looking wonky at the end. Now what you're going to want to do is you're just going to want to duplicate the wall that you just duplicated and make sure you're still in custom view. And I'm going to view it in a opposite way so that way you can kind of see it. And I'm going to go on to transform and I'm going to move it back with position Z. You can always adjust the view too if you're having a hard time seeing like if your wall is lined up or not. It's literally so helpful that you can adjust it. So yeah. And as you can see, I almost have everything ready. And this wall is not completely lined up. It's a bit bigger, but that's okay. Okay, now that I have the walls completely lined up, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to duplicate the wooden floor or whatever floor that you had, and you're just going to want to bring it up and you're going to want to make it the ceiling for your room. Now you can do this with position things, but I'm just going to do it like this. And yeah, so now that you have all of your walls and your ceiling and your floor, you can add in your PNGs. Now you're just going to want to add in your PNG or your cutout, and luckily you don't even have to use any outside apps to do this. You can do it right within Funimate using the mask option, which is completely helpful. That's exactly what I just did. So you can just place your PNG anywhere you want. I think it's really helpful if they're already sitting on something. But you know, like I said, it's whatever you want, whatever you prefer. Obviously the masking I did was a little bit choppy because I'm just rushing, but I also have another PNG that I'm going to use and I'm just going to show you how to use it. So I'm going to add it on. So what I did is I just went into mask and then I just cut out every part that I needed to cut out. And yeah, and you can position this one a little bit further back if you want for like a type of effect. You don't need to, honestly, but I like that it's right here so you can't see the cutoff of her feet. So I might just do that again, but just a little bit further away, just like that. Now, after you have everything positioned, you can even add in like a table plant in there if you wanted, or some LED lights if you wanted, just to spice the room up. I'm going to make mine really nice and plain for now. So after you're done with that, what you're going to do is you're going to go onto this little layer and add on a camera scene, or a camera layer. And that is almost like a null layer in After Effects. So it just kind of groups everything together, and any type of like rotation or scale movement you might use on that is going to go to every single thing in the clip. So as you can see, if you go to a custom view, everything's moving all at once because of the camera. And if you even go to the camera view, everything's going to be moving at once. So if I zoom out, everything's moving. If I rotate it in any way, everything is moving. If I even like flip it, honestly, everything's going to move. So what I'm going to be showing you is this little transition right here. It's a little rotation Y. So just so it kind of gets a whole view of the entire room. So you're going to want to have your rotation right before you see the whites of your walls, and add a keyframe. And then go to the very end and add another keyframe, and then have it kind of like scale and look at your entire room. And yeah, before you can see the outsides, you can add a graph if you want, but if you like the slow effect that it does, you can keep that. I'm probably going to add a very subtle graph, so let me go ahead and check this. So it's going to end up looking like this. It kind of just slowly pans and zooms in on them, and then it goes back to its default. And you guys can make it more intense. I really like the slow look that I have going on here, just so you can get a good look at everything in the room. And obviously, I didn't make the floors perfectly straight, but nobody's going to be looking at the corner of the floors in your edit, so I would not worry about that or stress about it. And yeah, that's how you make a 3D room on Funimate. I really hope this video helped you guys out. I'm trying to explain it in best terms possible, make it as simple as I can for you. I hope this video helped you, and yeah, I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions, leave them down in the comments below. And yeah, I love you guys. Bye.